Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. April, is it April? August the 25th. April. August the 25th, 2020. Thank you for joining me here on Twitch for today's tutorial. Let's see. Today we are going to be making the second half of the monster faces, but this time around I'm going to be creating a whole entire body for the monster. So this is my tester. It's not the best. It's using nothing more than just regular cardstock, printer paper. But I'm going to show you today how to use pattern papers in Cricut Design Space that you can make, that you have made or you have bought, and how to incorporate it into your project. So this is cardstock that or printer digital paper that I have created, and I am going to be using it in today's project. Now, this is my very first one, and it's made out of cardstock. However, it is so tight that it screeches. So, but this is my second attempt, and it actually is comes out a little bit smoother. So it's going to have to be really up to you on how tight or close, depending on the measurements that you use. And these are the extra little monsters I was able to create. Now, with today's project, you're able to create this little monster, and just by changing the color of it, you could easily use it for Christmas. So this kind of looks like the little abominable snowman that you see in the Christmas movies. And this is one of the monsters. Now this kind of reminded me of the Grinch. Just a little bit. Let's see. I'm sure if you put the hair pieces sticking up, it would look more Grinch-like. But I just made a couple of these paper ones using nothing more than printer paper. This is one of my favorite ones right there. Okay. So let's get started on how I actually did this. Yes, this is going to be a little flimsy, but I am using cardstock today, so it's going to be a little more firm. Oh, I'm not going to need you guys. What you will need is some black paper. Now, I got this really thick one. I may not be using this one because it's actually very, very thick. I am just going to use the regular cardstock from Recollections. And then, of course, I have the white Recollection cardstock that is currently in my printer. I didn't want to do anything to it. And then, of course, I have my mat. I have to turn on my machine here. Good, good, good. Wow, that's taking a little longer than usual. Actually, let's put this underneath so I don't forget. Let's go over to our mat. Okay, and today I'm going to show you how to make the matchbook first and then the face second. No, I do not wish to make it. I am just going to create it. All right, let me get myself all situated here because I have my instructions in front of me, or at least my measurements, so I wouldn't forget. Now, I'm going to change this white so you can see it easily. Oh, it's not going to allow me. Now it will. White, and down here, white. Now I'm going to show you how to color these once we're done. So first things first, I'm going to grab myself a square, and I'm going to make the bottom of it. I'm going to first release it. The bottom is going to be 350, and the top it's going to be 250. Actually, I did that backwards, but it doesn't really matter. All right, now I'm going to need the side panels. Now I could have just done the whole thing and then used some triangles to cut into it, but I thought it better not. Taking it off the lock, and I'm going to be making this 0.75. Oh, wrong way. Sorry. 3.5. There we go. By 7.5. There we go. Now I'm just going to leave a small gap in between these. That's just for me. That's my preference. You don't have to do this. It's so in order for me to see the little notches on the end, so when I fold it and it doesn't score properly, I can score it properly. So whatever we do to the top, we're going to do it to the bottom. And I'm going to just duplicate this. And what I did to the side, I'm going to do to the opposite side. So the opposite side is going to be 2.5 by 0.75. Did I do that right? Nope. Make that 2.5. There we go. 0.75. There we go. That goes here. Now, if you want to make sure you have these centered correctly, you just grab the middle first, and then you go center horizontally. Oh, maybe it was vertically. I always get these two mixed up. Vertically, yes, and then horizontally. Good. Now this seems a little more separated than the other. So I'm just going to have to drag it down just a little bit. And I moved it out of alignment just a little bit. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to put little tabs on here so it could be able to glue to one another. So what I'm going to do is grab my pentagon tool, my handy dandy pentagon tool. And then I'm just going to slice this area right here. Looks like what? One moment. It looks like my audio is messed up again. Look at your trap. Oh! Oh no! I forgot speech to chat. Speech chat speech. I was wondering why I was so quiet. Speech chat. There you go. That was my fault. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, I have everything going. Everything's okay. Alright, go ahead. Try it again, Devlin. So now I can hear you guys. Okay, I want to slice this. I'm just notorious for not looking at chat because I get into my own little crafty world. Oh, I do love you guys. I really do. I'm just sorry I didn't see speech to chat. All right, all I'm doing is I'm creating a small little tab for my ends here. So whatever I do to one, I have to do to the other. Let's see. I need to just flip this. Flip it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this because it doesn't have what I need. Alrighty, almost there. Good. So, there we go. Copy. Ooh, I just deleted that. Smart. SMRT. Smart. Alright, I'm going to move that right over here. Just to make sure I got these all aligned because I just removed it. Alright. Good. Now we have to just put everything together. But before we do, I need my score lines. Did I get my score? There you are. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's better to go over here at a 90-degree angle. That way you will know it is perfectly straight. So I'm just going to put it to the end here and then drag it all the way. And whatever I do to the top, I'm going to have to do to the bottom. There we go. Perfect. All right, two more score lines. Okay. And This one I need to just pull in a little. Pull in just a little bit. Hopefully this time around I score the way I should and not cut into my lines. I did that all yesterday. I'm highly thinking about getting, I know I keep saying this, I keep highly thinking I need the maker because it has two ports, one for my scoring board, my scoring tool, and one for the cutting tool. It's just, would be so much easier. All right, I need to also do the top here. Okay. Now I'm only leaving a small little notch on each end, and that's for my purpose. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna grab both of these and then weld. Okay, and now I'm gonna grab this, put it to the back, and then pick up all these other little pieces and then weld. All right. As you can see, I didn't do these little tabs here, and that's fine. I could always bring them in just a little bit. Come on now. Can I move you back? Is that going to make it easier? Yeah, it is. Okay, now that I know that these work just fine. Okay. I'm going to connect all of them. Doot, 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 doot. Where's my last one? There you are. Doot. And weld. Move this back. And I'm going to change this into white so you can see what I'm doing. So we got the bottom portion of our box. Let me attach everything so it doesn't go everywhere. And so it looks exactly like this. That's our first one. Now we're going to do what wraps around our box to make it a matchbox. So we're going to grab ourselves another square, take it off the lock, and this one is going to be 7, and I did that wrong. It's supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to be 3.5 by 7. Did it? No, not 71. I was like, why is it so long? 7. There we go. All right, let me also do white so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to grab myself another square. And I'm just going to take it off the lock and do as before. 3.55. That's going to be my top here. And then my bottom is going to be 2.5. All right, I want to make sure, now this is crucial. I need to make sure that this is lined properly. So I'm going to do horizontally and at the top. Right angle top. Okay, now I know it's butted up right to the top. All I need to do now is get myself a score line and then rotate it. Okay. Perfecto. And I'm going to need this again, so I'm going to copy this, copy, paste, there we go. All right, and I need to make this 0, 8, okay. Oh, did I not take it off the lock? No, I did not. That's what happened. Take this off the lock. It's super important. Make sure that you have gotten that off the lock. There we go. Now I'm going to butt this right up against the score line. Now it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly centered on the sides. It's what matters on this score line, and that's it. So I'm just going to grab myself another score, rotate it 90 degrees so that I don't mess anything up, and then butt it up against the end of this. All right, and I need this again, and I'm going to repeat the process. Okay, grab another score line. And it's as simple as that. Okay, grabbed it. Good. My very last one. Now you're going to have a little bit of overhang, and that's fine. Now you can leave that little overhang, and that could be the portion that you glue everything together. But for me, I want to make sure that I cover all my bases. So I need one last score line. And 90. There we go. Perfecto. Okay, and that could be your end tab, and you should be done. But as stubborn as I am, I'm just going to make it a little more fancy just for me. All right, but before I do anything else, I'm going to highlight everything and make sure everything is in the center properly. And then I don't want to attach yet. Don't want to attach. All right, grab myself a little closure. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this last closure because you already have a little bit of it left here. This is just for my own insanity. You don't have to do it yourself. I'm going to slice and then delete. And then I'm going to take it off the lock, have it go end to end like that, maybe a little more. And I'm gonna weld. Okay, I'm not done yet because my insanity has no bounds. And I'm just gonna go from score line to score line. Yes, I'm that much of a freak. I need to make sure it's perfect. So I'm gonna weld these two pieces, and then I'm going to slice everything together. All right. And then move this back. There we go. Now it looks exactly like this one. And I'm attaching everything. Yes, Devlin can confirm that I am a freak about these things. All right. Now we're not done. We need to use our pattern paper. And I have made my own pattern paper. And if you want to purchase this pattern paper, you can go over to storeuniquedesignsbymonica.com and you can get it right now. It's on sale. So I'm going to show you my pattern paper. I have like a plethora I could have used for this. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I need to detach this and detach this. Okay. All I need is this portion right here. These portions right here. All right. I'm going to go to print. And then I'm going to go to this little box from here on the top. And it has to say pattern right there. And that's going to show me all my patterns that I have put in. And unfortunately, I can't enlarge this to make it any bigger. So let's see. I'm going to click one and it's going to post it. I'm going to put little pumpkins and it's going to post it. So the one that I think I used, that was my front cover. So let's see. Let's do that right there. Now, highlight everything and attach. We're going to do the same thing for this. We're going to take it off, go to print, go to the little box next to it, change it from color to pattern, and then choose your pattern. There we go. Now, this is something that I have also found. If you think the lines are just too small or you don't like where it's proportioned or something like that, you go to edit pattern, and this is where you can make it bigger or smaller. See? So I want mine to be that big. I could change the horizontalness if I want, but I don't. Everything else is fine. I don't have to flip it. Everything is fine. So I'm going to go, okay, I'm done. Everything's good. Select everything and then attach. Now, I'm not doing this along with the face because if I ever wanted to change my pattern paper to say Christmas, Valentine's, New Year's, you could use this Matchbox over and over again. And I aptly named this 3.5 by 2.5 box because by the end of it, that's the size that I'm going to get. I didn't want anything huge, but you can make it as big as you want. So let's go over to make it. Do I have my printer on? No, I do not. And so as you can see, it broke it down into 2 areas. And my printer's not turning on. There we go. Now, I can't do anything until my printer is fully on. It says paper may have been replaced. Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know. Now, I like it where it is. Nothing needs to be changed. Good, good. So let's go over to continue. And it's going to ask you to print. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to ask you, how many copies do I want? I was like, I just want 1. And now it's thinking, doing its thing. Oh, and it looks like I'm running out of ink. At least my PB. Purple and blue, I guess. Purple and black. Oh, that sounds good, Joe. All right. Now it's going to ask me the same thing. All right. Adjust the blade. Okay. It's asking me to put my score. It's very important to follow instructions. You have no idea how many times I don't do this. I don't follow instructions. I don't even know the meaning of the word. Because if I did know the meaning of the word, I wouldn't be cutting through my score lines. All right, I'm just going to tape this down just for my own insanity. You don't have to do that if you have a sticky mat. My mat is sticky, but I've seen horrors. Oh, the horrors. I don't like particularly my mat moving around. All right, I'm going to stick this guy in here. And before I do anything else, I'm going to take off the blade, set it right here, put in my scoring. Stay right there. Stay. Good. Put in my scoring guy in. All right. And now, I gotta move over my machine. There we go. And now I'm gonna score. You guys are my witnesses. I put in my scoring blade in. And now it's doing its thing. It's checking my lines. It has this little light. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It has a little light right here, and it's checking the borders right now. And once the borders have been checked, it's going to start to score. Oh, that's good. I gotta tell you, I'm not hating on the machine for Cricut. I like how durable it is, how the knife process cuts like butter. My only problem that I have with Cricut is their software. That's the only problem that I have. All right, so it's scoring, and now I'm gonna put in my blade. Wait, load fine point blade. Oh. Let's see, I gotta read what it said. Oh, okay, it says don't remove the point. Okay, now I'm gonna do that. Don't lie, you hating on it. You hater. Well, no, okay. I do not like Cricut. Considering the silhouette is superiorly better with their software. And I say this because I love their software. You can do so much with their software. However, that being said, their machine, it could be a lot more durable, a lot more hardy like the Cricut. it can cut through paper effortlessly without it going over and over again. All right. Please unload mat and press dismiss. Did I not cut this right? Okay, I must have not done this right. So I'm gonna do that again. I'll see. This is what happens when I get to talking. The good thing is, I only use my this. I didn't cut through anything. So let's do this again. Okay. All right. So it's gonna score it again. It's gonna check the. This is what happens when I don't pay attention, because it did actually say use this, and I didn't. Come back here. The absent-minded crafter strikes again. It strikes again, people. Come back here. There you are. I mean, I love the hardware. I love the hardware. I love this hardware. It cuts like butter without very effortlessly. It's very good. Very little effort. With the Cricut machine, the machine itself, it takes a bit of finagling. Now, each one has its pros and cons. The software for the Cricut is very limited. If you want something with rounder edges, you have to purchase it. And they do have really nice things to purchase. Okay, now it's telling me to cut. All right. However, I don't want to keep purchasing things over and over again when I can possibly make it myself, which I do. All right. Do your thing. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it, baby. See how it's so effortlessly. It's not even, I don't even have to cut this twice. Okay, good? Are we good? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Look, I'm going to just pull this up without any issue. Look at that. Look at that. And I think that's what keeps me with Cricut, is the fact that it cuts so effortlessly. With very little effort. It cuts with very little effort. Now, I can transfer from Silhouette to Cricut because it gives me the ability. Let's see, now I have to print this one. Let me go back to my, I'm going to stop jabbering for just a second. All right, everything look good. Print. Yeah, I know. I'm low on PB. There's no J in this, but it's low on PB. All right, let's go back. Here we go. That's looking good. It's looking fine. All right. And I often say to myself, why can't Cricut and Silhouette get together, have a beautiful baby where, you know, they have the Cricut machine that operates on Silhouette software. I say this over and over again, in vain, mind you, because these are two rival companies and they just can't fall in love and say, let's have a secret love child where, you know, both the software and the machine are that powerful. My guess is their secret love child is the brother Scan and Cut, but don't quote me on that. All right, you want me to use my stylus. Where are you? Put that in. All right. Okay. Can I see? They have brother love. Yes, it's a brother love Scan and Cut. All right, I can barely see the score lines. This is gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be a bit of a chore. Do I have my, yes I do. So I'm gonna try to use this and this, and hopefully that'll work. See, for the Cricut, I mean not Cricut, for the silhouette, they would give me the little dash lines. So when I fold it, it folds quite well. With this thing right here, the little stylus, I'm having the hardest time finding the score lines. So it's not a perfect system, unfortunately. Alrighty, here we go. It's doing its cut. It's doing its thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Now you can shade this if you want, but for the tutorial purposes, it's just going to be nice and naked. Okay. See? Effortlessly. Effortlessly. Very little effort. Alright, I'm going to move this to the side here. And I'm going to try to see my score lines. Now, it's not that difficult to see the score lines on this because there's little notches on here. There's not any notches here. Okay, so I am going to have to find and then score. Score. Hopefully, hold on. I'm just as blind. Okay, right there and right there. I hate doing that. I hate the fact that I have to mark my paper in order to see it. Here's the other one. But, you know, nothing is perfect. Okay. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. Did I get all of them? I guess. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right. I think I did that right. Okay. Now I like butting it up to the very top, right here, aligning this with this, so it's even. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. That should be my box. Yes. Yes, it is. And if I did this correctly, which I didn't, because it's leaving me with a little bit of an edge here. Yeah, it's leaving me with an edge. That's not bueno. So somewhere along the lines here, I didn't do it right. It could be just this portion right here I didn't do right. Because I can't line it up with anything. Let's see. Outward. Outward, not inward. Outward. Alright. The good thing is it's on this edge, so you can't even see it. There we go. No, you're still giving me a hard time. All right, maybe I just need to pull it forward then. Just a tad, just a tiny bit. Nothing crazy. Okay, you see how it's sticking up like that just a little bit? There we go. Now, you can use double-sided tape, but for me, I want this box to hold for as long as possible. And yes, I know this is paper, and yes, I do realize it's going to warp. Did anything else fall here? No. Okay. And even if I do have a little bit of an overhang, I can always cut that. Yeah, I have a little bit, like a tiny, tiny, tiny smidge. Just this little smidge. All right. Okay. Got one down. One more to go. And this one's not going to be that difficult because of those little notches that I put in. You see? Notches are good. All right. Nachos are good. Nachos are good. Nachos are very good. Love me some nachos. They're so delicious. Not too very nutritious, but still delicious. All right. That's another one you can probably make. You can probably make this into a nacho theme one. Put a whole bunch of salsa packets in it. Like from Taco Bell, those little delicious salsa packets. All right. Okay. Where's me glue? There we go. And all I gotta do now is just stick it and wait. Okay. This is just gonna need just a few seconds. Then I can move to the next one. Oh yeah, I'm so loving this now. Look at that. And you can make this on the Cricut using nothing more than basic shapes. You don't have to buy it or anything. And I've already showed you how you can line all this stuff up. You can be a box making machine. Okay, come on now. Putting it all together. I've already showed you how to make boxes, bags, totes, and all other nifty things using nothing more than basic shapes. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Da-na-na-na. Did I do this right? Sure. Ah. No, sweetheart, you didn't do anything wrong. On occasions, well, there could be one thing, but I seriously doubt it, is the settings. Now, do you have the Maker by chance, or do you have like the Explorer 1 or 2? Because that that could answer the question a little bit better. Now, I have the Explorer 1. And on the Explorer 1, the Maker. Okay, so it's a little different than the Explorer 1. For me, I don't have the Maker. I have the Explorer Air 1. And for me, I have these little notches right here. And I know it's backwards, and I do apologize. That says paper, vinyl, iron-on, light cardstock, fabric, and poster poster board, and then of course custom. If I do custom, it gives me the ability on how deep the blade is going to go, because it's either saying, oh, it's leather or it's wood, and it'll give me the thickness. What ended up probably happening is the blade was probably on too high of a pressure, and it cut right through not only to your wood but your mat. I have seen it 100 times. There's been it's all due to the fact that the blade, and this is what I like about Cricut, the blade is so strong that it will cut like things like butter, just like this. It'll cut it like butter. And for some reason, this is a little too high, and I'm not sure why. It worked just fine a few moments ago. So check your settings, and if it's too high, it might actually be that. Or it could be that your blade is incredibly strong, that it just has so much force, and you need to just dial it back a little. Come back here. Why are you giving me such a hard time now? There you go. All right, so my score line is off by just a little bit, and I already saw that. I knew my score line was off a little bit and I had to use this to just rectify it, and unfortunately I think I might have scored it incorrectly. And that's my fault, not the machine's fault. You're welcome. Now it's Reductious. You are welcome, Reductious. Now, I'm going to show you how to put a little monster on this with a scallop edge. So let's go back to the map. Alrighty. So we're all done here. We're finished. Yes, I will take pictures. That's great. All right, let's get out of here. No, I don't want to. I want my original. I don't want anything on it. Oh, what happened? What happened to my screen? Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to go to my projects, and this is the face that we're going to be working on. All right. Now, I know it looks a little funny. It's because it was originally on flat, and it took off all the lines. So let's do this. This is the face this is part monster face part 2. And then I'm going to show you how to add the little body to it. So I'm just going to move this to the side here. Goodbye. Fairly well. And what we're going to do, very much like the first face that we did, we're just going to start off with the circle. And then we're going to just go smaller from there. So we got the white, duplicate, just go slightly smaller, go black, and then duplicate it again. And this one will be blue. You don't have to do these colors. You can choose whatever color you want. Okay, nice beautiful rim there. Now, to get the little starry effect, I'm not sure if you guys can see that properly. You see how it has a nice little starry effect inside of there? That's optional. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to show you how to do that anyway. I'm going to grab myself a star, and I'm going to just bring it in until it's touching all 4 sides without it sticking out of the circle. Almost there. Good. Perfect. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm just going to center both of these together. All right, and move it right in the middle. Okay, I'm going to grab just the top one, as you can see right there. I'm just grabbing the top one, and I am moving it slightly until I feel where I want it, and that looks good. So I'm going to grab this one, and then weld. All right, now I'm going to change that. Actually, this one needs to be a darker blue. Dark. And this one needs to be a lighter blue. There we go. That makes it pop. Look at that. Looking creepy already. All right, I'm gonna grab the black one right here and I'm gonna copy and paste and then go in just a little bit until it covers my star, the inside of my star. You see how it has little points there? I'm gonna just cover those little points so it's a little more smoother. All right, perfect. Then I'm gonna add the scleras, where are those little shine, that little shine right here. You don't have to. This is just something that I want to do personally, just to give it a little flair. Not that you're going to be able to see it once it's printed because it's going to be super tiny. But if you were going to do this for like a shirt or something, you kind of want that. Like for a print and cut press, if you know what I mean. All right, there we go. That's one of my eyes. So I need to get the little eyelid. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the back, copy and paste, bring it down here just a little bit. And this is going to be the eyelid. Now you can go, I'm going to show you a couple. I'm going to show you this form and then another form. So I want it about there and I want to slice it. I'm going to bring this up and then change it to whatever color you want. I think I'm going to go with brown like I did before. All right. Now that's the first one. You can also go and give it an underlip. Like that. Or you can have it half mass. And let's take this and slice. Alrighty. Turn this brown also. You turning brown? Now you are. Take everything off. You give it more of a sleepy look. That's all up to you. That's if that's what you want. But for me, I'm going to go back to what I had. Alrighty then, just like that. Now, I need to give my little eyelashes because this is a girl. The first one I did was a boy. This one's going to be a girl. I'm going to just grab myself a square, take it off the lock, and give it nice little thin eyelashes. Copy, paste. And all I got to do is just go slightly to the left. Mirror, mirror. Slightly to the left, just like that. And then rotate it. And all I got to do is just send it back. Back. There we go. Now, you don't have to use these eyebrows. I just thought they were kind of cute. They look more innocent that way. And all I did is just grab a circle and then just turn them into ovals. Now, you can make them evil, you can make them nice. It's really up to you. Okay, let me move out just a little bit. Nope, that's moving in. Now you can see the difference between this one and this one. You can see the line because it's considering it a cut line. This one is actually considering just the outer rim of it. And you can only do that once you flatten it. But I'm not going to do that just yet, not until the very end. Like I was saying before, you can make this evil. It's like, ooh, she's mad. You can make it nice and childlike just by putting it to the side. Just like that. And whatever I do to one, I need to do to the other. And I'm going to flip it. Flip it. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to put it on this line right here. You see this line right here? I'm going to move everything down so it's nice and even. All right. So far, so good. We got ourselves our eyes. Let's do our nose. Now, for the nose, I did more like an abominable snowman kind of look, or a Sully from Monsters Inc. kind of look. all I'm going to do is just grab a little circle, and I'm just going to bring it here and here. Okay, now it's going to have a little gap down here. You don't really want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this right now. Wait, I almost forgot. Vertically, yes. And let's get another circle here. I want to make sure that nothing, you can't see anything other than this right here. So let's weld everything together before we cut. And slice. Well, it's a little different. It's not completely in. Let's see if I can do it a little better. You can do so many nose features. You can do a troll nose. You can do a bear nose. It's really up to you on how you want this to look. Yeah, it looks a little more oval. And I think that's what I did in my original tutorial. I went like this. Flip. There we go. It's giving me more of a deeper nostril look. If that's a thing. I'm giving you my deep nostril look. There we go. All right. There, and that actually covers quite well. Let's slice this. Oh, no, they won't slice properly, so I need to weld this first. And now I can slice. There we go. Now you can adjust this to whatever size you want. This is a little too round. There we go. And there's my nose. My cute little nose. All right. And again, you can change the color to this to match the eyebrows. It's really up to you. Now for the smile. This happy little go-lucky smile. All right, I'm going to take this off the lock. And I'm just going to slice this. Now, generally I delete everything, but I kind of need this little guy right here. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to make it tiny. And for this, I'm going to take it off the lock and then make it more. There we go. Come here. Come here. All right. Copy. Paste. All right. Good, good. Everything good? Great. Awesome. Let's weld everything. And there is our smile. Now, if you want it a little longer, you can do that, or a little smaller. Little. All right, I'm going to grab myself another circle, and I'm going to turn it pink. And what I do with one side, I'm going to do with the other. Okay, so I got that right there. Right there. And there we go. We got our face. But, we're not done. Let's grab everything and let's group it together, because I don't want this going anywhere. All right, face. You're great. You're awesome. That's everything I needed. And somehow my phone is going to... Nope, stop. It's like Alexifying itself. It's basically thought I was talking to it. It's like, no, I'm not talking to you. See? Alexa's listening to me now. I wasn't talking to her. No, Alexa! Oh my gosh. That's so embarrassing. All right. Let's bring one of you guys over. I'll do this one right here. All right. I am going to make her body and face, or her head and body. So I'm going to do it like that. Circle, and then just going to elongate it just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Select everything and horizontally. Nope. Vertically. No, it was horizontally. I just clicked on the wrong thing. So I'm going to weld this. Great. And I'm going to change your color. Let's do orange. Nice little orange color. That's great. Alrighty. Let's do your hands next. So I'm going to just grab a circle, copy and paste, take it off the lock, and then elongate it. This is how I'm going to get my fingers. 1, 2, 3, and of course my thumb. And this one I'm just going to put it really close, make a nice little stubby one, select everything, and weld. Look at that, I got myself a hand. Alright, now I need to have an arm to be attached to this hand. So I'm just going to grab myself a block and then, okay, just like that. Ooh, that's a little long. I mean, you can give them big hands if you want. It's up to you. But for me, that looks good. There's no rhyme, no reason. I'm just doing it freehand like that. And I'm welding it. Alright, that's my first hand. Okay. Kind of looks like a Mickey hand. And now I'm going to flip it. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to move these two to the back. Now don't worry about this. I'm going to cover it up with some fur, so it's going to be fine. Now if you still think that the hands are too big and you want them smaller, just grab both of them and bring them in. Just ever so slightly. Okay, I'm going to do it right there. Sticking out right there. Alright, now let's do some feet. Grab myself a circle and a square. Now I'm going to take the circle off the lock and just elongate it like that. And very much like I did for the arms, I'm just going to extend these. And then for me, I'm just going to put it right there, like that. You see how it's giving me almost like a shoe look? That's what I want. And I'm going to weld. And let's see now. Flip. Gotta go over here. Flip. Alright, perfect. I'm going to send these to the back. Back. But I am not done yet. I need to change the color of these guys to something else. You can leave them black if you want, but for me, I kind of want them a nice little fleshy peach color. Almost like a little kid in a costume. Alright, now to put some hair on this. And very much like everything else, just grab myself a circle. And no rhyme or reason, nothing like that. I'm just going to slice, take this, and take this. Nope, not this. I don't need that. Nope, come back here. This, I don't need this. Stop. I'm going to flip this. Alright, and this is where you can make your hair as weird as you want it. You know, you can add more hair, you can add less hair. It's really all up to you. That's going to be my hair. And I'm going to weld it. Now this may look big. Thank you, Waterfly. How is your stream going? Alrighty. I'm just going to flip this. Now you can put the hair anywhere. Now, mind you, this is going to be cut. So you don't want any weird pockets like this one right here. That gives me a little weird pocket. Now, for the Grinch look, I would suggest up here and flipping this. That would give you the Grinch look, if that's what you were going. If you were looking at more like this right here, You can put it on the left and the right to make it look more like a little girl. But I think for this time around, I think I will do the little Grinch look. And I'm just going to add a little bit more down here. Now, I'm only keeping it black so you can see what I'm doing with it, the difference. Alrighty. Good. Now I'm going to select all of my black. And, of course, my little peanut shape, and then I'm going to weld. Ta-da! Look at that. Very Bam Bam look right there. Or what should I say? It wasn't Bam Bam. What was her name? The Flintstones' daughter. I want to say it's Pearl, maybe? No, it wasn't Pearl. All right, let's bring it to the front. And the little face to the front. Front. Okay, you can make this as big or as small as you want. I think that looks pretty good. I went a little small on this one, and I kind of regret it. So when I actually cut it, the eyes were really, really small. Okay, I'm going to move that over there. Highlight everything. Make sure everything is off a group. Okay, good. Highlight everything and attach. No. Flatten. There we go. And as you can see, it sees it as one layer when before it was all of these layers. Now, I don't need any of this before. Oh wait, I still need to make this. So I don't need to make any. I need to get rid of these. And now you only got 2 layers. You have this layer and this layer. I'm going to show you how to make this scallop. It's very super simple. So I'm going to grab myself a circle and I'm going to elongate it. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate it about, I don't know, how many would I say? About 7, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You may need less, you may need more. It really all depends upon you. And I'm going to make this all go to the center. All right. Take the first one and just slightly tilt it. Take the second one, slightly tilt that. And you just keep doing it over and over again. And I'm just picking from this side here. I'm not trying to get it from here because it's going to be a nightmare trying to do that. All right. I think okay, I guess I didn't need these last one, this one right here. Don't need that one, and don't, oh, I do need that one. All right. Now, before I do anything else, just in case I need more, I'm going to keep that right there. Select everything and then weld. That's looking pretty good. It looks a lot better than this one. This one had a lot more. I put like 10, I think, on this one, and this is just one, like what, 3 less. But I like this one better. It looks a little bit more scallop-ish. All right, I'm gonna take that off. Let's go to our mat here. This should be 8.5 by 2.5. Good. All right, so we need to work within that parameter. All right, Missy, you're too big. Again with my phone, it's talking to me. No. Let's bring you in. Let's make you about, that looks good. And this I'm not flattening because I'm actually cutting it out. So this has to go right here. Move this to the back. And she's a little too big. Let's make that like that. So that's what it's going to look like. So she stands out from my pattern paper. So we got our 2 pieces. These are our 2 layers. There's nothing else other than this. All right. Let's go to the machine. Okay, it sees it right there. That's what it's going to print and cut. And that's what's going to just cut out of my black. So let's go here first. Hit continue, and it's going to print. But as for me, I'm going to go over here. Print. Print. All right, I'm going to go here. Grab my mat. Here, Matt. Come here. Come here, Matt. I didn't want to use this black. It's just too thick. All right. Move this to the side here. All right. Okay, dokie. Artichoke. Oh, wait. I can't do this yet because it's going to have to... SMRT. SMRT. Super smart. Yes, I know that's not how you spell smart. All right. I'm going to put this here. Put this one here. This one here. And yes, I am a tape freak. I just don't want this going nowhere. All right. I should be good. Should be golden. All right. Since I don't need my scoring tool for whatever reason, it's just cut. Straight cut. I'm pushing the button and it's cutting. All right. And for all of you out there that haven't seen Tanner Bell, by all means, I strongly suggest you watch him on YouTube. He has so many tips and tricks. I wouldn't be able to do print and cut if it wasn't for watching his videos or adding paper, how to add pattern paper to my project. It was because of him watching his videos that I was able to do what I can do now, because I'm more of a silhouette user, and Cricut is a little frustrating for me because I can't do much of anything other than basic shapes if I wanted to make my own SVGs. And she's almost done. She says that she's done. All right. You good? You good, sweetheart? All right, let's pull you out. Oh, see, this is one thing that I do like about Cricut. Just how effortlessly, very little effort it takes to cut. And this is why I think you had some issues with your it cutting all the way through. It's because the blade is insanely strong. Look at that. Aw, look at her. Look at how cute she is. For a monster, she's adorable. So she's going to go right on top of here, just like that. But to make her pop, I'm going to just grab here. Now you can use whatever sentiment you have. You can stamp on a sentiment. You know, get yourself a little bit of scrap paper. Use a sentiment. Or you can have it print and cut using the Cricut. Whichever you find. I am not a master of fonts. At least not yet anyway. I'm still working through that goal to be a master fonter. Master fonting. Mastering fonts. Yes, that. All right. It's going to go to the next stage. And as you can see right over here, it's letting me know, saying, hey, you can go ahead and cut now. I'm like, all right. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Don't go crazy on me. I see you trying to lift up. See, this is why I use tape. Are you done? Thank you, sweetheart. You're so amazing. Look at that. And go, whapa. Okay. Now, you can put a little sentiment right here. It says trick or treat. You can have it like a little speech bubble up here. You can put some, what is that called? Tinsel or tulle. You can do tulle, put it right behind here. Use a little bit of hot glue, put some tinsel, make it really pop. But for me, I'm just keeping it nice, plain Jane. I'm going to give myself a little double set, what is this called? Foam tape? Uh, pop tape? Pop-up tape? Yeah, a little pop-up tape. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. Alright, just like that. And we're coming to the end of the tutorial here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know now so I can answer it to the best of my ability. I am not an expert by any means. Like I said, I'm more of a silhouette user. But I know a little bit just by what I've gone through myself of the pitfalls of what can happen with a Cricut. Alrighty, I'm gonna put that like that. Ah, it's sticking. I mean, it's supposed to stick, but it's sticking incorrectly. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Look at that. And there you go. You got a nice little treat box for Halloween or Christmas. I mean, just turn it green and it looks like the Grinch. Or turn it white and it looks like the abominable snowman from, oh, what is that called? Santa Claus? No, it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's what it was, and has the abominable snowman. It's one of the old classics. And you can, you know, doctor this up any way you want. You want to make it a little more fancier. Grab yourself a white gel pen. Add a bit of detail to it. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Just adding it a little bit more. Oh, that looks nice. You don't have to go crazy with it. I mean, you can, but I think that's perfectly fine. And there you go. You're done with your project. You made your own little monster using nothing more than basic shapes. You learned how to do it with a print and cut and how to add paper. I mean, your own pattern paper to your projects in this video. So thank you so much, you guys, for stopping on by. That is the end of the tutorial. I am currently working on my next project that is not currently on YouTube as of yet. And I'm going to try to make this. I made with the Cricut. This right here. And what I'm going to be thinking about I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have it turn it into a cat with a witch's hat going about that big. And it's just another treat box that you can possibly do. Here's my little version. This one I did on the silhouette, and this one I did on the Cricut. On the silhouette, it gives me a little bit more mobility on my lines, but it still looks relatively the same, somewhat. One looks a little bit, just slightly upward, while this one's more angled. So it's either doing it like a cat with a little hat. I haven't figured all the details yet, but that's what I'm going to try to be working, and it might be a sneak peek. Thank you everyone for stopping on by. If you have any questions, feel free to whisper me below, or if you're seeing this on YouTube, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching me today. I hope you have a blessed day. You have a nice day. Bye.